This week on Turd Talks.
Like I have LASIK for 10 years.
Okay.
And now I have to wear glasses again. It's like I waste $2,000. And then when I put the glasses on, I just look at myself like, gosh, I kind of look like Ali Wong. And then I was pregnant with my third child.
Okay.
And so I have a little bit like baby blue. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like upset for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Postpartum.
yeah.
Oh, God.
I get it. I get it too.
They have the old style of toilets where like a hole in the middle and two pads on the side, and you sit and you poop into that hole.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to squat.
Yeah, squats. It's horrible.
That's my knees.
Hey, you cannot find another Asian that would willing to go travel with you this month. So you better appreciate me.
Yeah. Damn right.
Because every single time we go, it's like 3 months long.
Oh,
Wow.
That's like really traveling.
It's really traveling.
Like you're on the road.
Because right now they homeschool.
Mm-hmm.
I teaching them.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, a lot on my plate.
That's a lot.
Yes.
I have to learn Spanish now just to teach them Spanish.
Oh, my God.
Welcome back to another episode of Turd Talks with Caleb and Chloe. Today we have a special guest. She's a comedian from Vietnam. She was a semi-finalist in Florida's Funniest Comedians. Please give a xin chào to Mai LG.
Woo!
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
How'd I do on the xin chào? Was it close?
Xin chào.
Xin
Xin
chào.
Xin
See?
chào. Hello.
I knew I'd fuck it up.
Kind of ciao is like Italian, like ciao.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
ciao. Ciao.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure if since the French they came into Vietnam, they changed our language.
Right.
Not
So,
sure have anything to do with it.
do you think that's where it comes from?
Probably
The ciao?
because like China, they conquer Vietnam for thousands of years. So we even have like Chinese letters back then, and then the French come in, they change all that into Latin alphabet.
okay. Wow.
That's
So I
confusing.
maybe have something to do with it.
I did a little research on Vietnam, and I learned that like French bread is a big thing there. Like you have very good bread.
Yes, banh mi.
Banh mi.
Banh mi.
Yes, it's French.
Yes,
fun
that's
to
the
say.
sandwich too,
The
right?
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a chopped sandwich.
Yeah, the baguette, and they make it really fluffy on the inside so that you can stuff more stuff inside, meat and
Love it.
potato.
Because typically that's not like a very Asian thing to have like a
No.
baguette,
Yeah.
right? So, yeah, it's learning new things. So we met last year when you were the
Yes.
semi-finalist
Yes.
at the thing, and we thought you were really great.
Thank you.
And so we're
Thank
very
you.
happy to
Yeah.
have you on the show. You like to normally start your set with the Good Morning Vietnam.
Yes, I found that it's my thing right now. I'm not sure I'm gonna change this in the future.
Right.
In the beginning, it used to be like, hey, who she thinks she is, Ali Wong? And then I was call myself the Ali Wong of Boca Raton.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it's
Good.
Good Morning Vietnam. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find that it's just easy to get it out of the way so that people know,
Yes.
they're not confused?
Yeah.
You know what I-
And sometimes like Ali Wong is really good. Really funny. I just saw her last week in New Orleans.
No way. Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
Yes. And but I don't really want to associate myself with her too much, Like
Yeah.
like I just have a prescription glasses. Like I have LASIK for 10 years.
Okay.
And now I have to wear glasses again. It's like I waste $2,000. And then when I put the glasses on, I just look at myself like, gosh, I kind of look like Ali Wong. So I was like, no, I don't want to go on stage because people are going to say, oh, she's going to try to copy Ali
Right.
Wong. So I'm just not going to
So you just
be
go,
blind
yeah,
right
you
now.
go up there
Yeah,
with,
I don't need to see anything.
oh, that's funny.
Maybe it's
Yeah.
easier sometimes. And you just can't see anyone out there.
Right, you
Like,
don't see other faces. Yeah, that'd make me more nervous if I could see everybody's face staring back at me, So maybe it's a good thing. You just block them all out.
there's no one here. There's
So is there a big comedy scene in Vietnam?
it's going to now. Yeah,
It's-
yeah,
it's get-
it's like when I like maybe after the pandemic is getting more now. Like I follow all of them in Vietnam.
Love it.
And in Hanoi, they have club too. And in the south, and like in the middle, like Da Nang, they also have a club there.
Wow.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
really
And
cool.
is that like a newer thing? That's
Yeah, it's a newer thing. Like there's like a founder, and I think he probably like his English is so good. Like I think like he was study here before like college or something, and he brought it home.
Wow.
And then he started teaching everybody to do. And then he recruits them to be on his shows. And they start selling tickets. And then there's a lot of like expat there, like American travel there.
that's cool.
Yeah,
really,
so
really
they
nice.
go into those clubs and open mics and
Very cool.
yeah, really
I love that.
So how long have you lived in the States?
20 years.
20 years. So what was the first thing when you moved here that you were like, wow, this is a cultural shock? Like,
I actually left Vietnam to go study in American school in the Philippines when I was 15. So all the American shock was there in high school.
Okay, yeah.
So you were prepared.
I prepared. Yeah, so I went there. I was like a little weird kid, you know, like it's an international school. So all the students there are from like Korea, Japan, and yeah, a lot of places. But they call me drama queen, and I thought it was like something compliments because I
You're like,
joined
"Oh,
the
thank
drama
you."
club.
Okay, yeah.
I did join so I thought like, oh, they like, but then they laugh every time they say that, and I didn't know why.
Oh no.
You're like, thank you so much.
I am the queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love to perform, so I joined the drama club there, and they teach improv. So I didn't know what was improv, but like he make us practice the Who Lines It Anyway show. Like
Yes.
they
Love
that
copy
show.
that show. Yeah.
Great show.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know nothing. I knew nothing about comedy, stand-up comedy, until about 6 years ago.
I was gonna say it's so cool that Whose Line It Is It Anyways made
Yes.
it across so far, and that was an inspiration for you. And what else kind of inspired you around that time?
Mattress Boy, Ensign, Britney Spears.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's America.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, they having a concert in Cancun next month, and I can't go. So
Oh, damn.
yeah, it's really would be really fun.
Beautiful.
Yeah, like right before the pandemic, I got to go on the cruise ship with the Impractical Jokers.
I love those guys.
Yes, so
Did you get to meet them? And
Yes, and then take picture with them.
who's your favorite? Who's your favorite one?
Amar.
Mur?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know in Vietnam, people are known for just being very smiley and happy. When you move to the States, where you're like, wow, people here are mean.
Yeah, we.
I mean, especially Florida. Like nobody likes to smile in Florida, you know.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe
Oh,
maybe you had a
from
different
you're
experience.
From Canada, right?
Yeah.
So everybody there smile too, right?
Everyone's
Very
smiling in
nice.
Canada. Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
also a shock for me. You know.
I visit Canada 3-4 years ago. Like we drove that RV all the way to, you know, the place like the island where they hunt for the big red whales, like a
Oh,
Yeah. Like.
what, like Newfoundland
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Up there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And they was like, oh my God, you from Florida? We never seen in Florida there before.
I bet not.
Yeah, it was really fun.
We can't survive. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because my sister, she studied there, so we went to visit her. But recently, she just moved to Florida too. Yeah,
Everybody's coming to Florida.
Yes.
everyone is.
See, they all talk shit about Florida, but then everybody moves here at the end of the day,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Very true.
So is that how you travel from like city to city and to your gigs? Is
Yes, my husband's luckily he's love to travel because he's white. So I'm like, oh my God, like, we met on eHarmony, So when they ask like your ideal partner from 1 to 10, like travel, I put like a 10. So now I have to deal with it.
Yeah. Now you have
Like
to,
you ask
you
for
live with
it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's so funny. We met online as well.
Which one?
Tinder.
Tinder. Yeah, I know. It's the risky one. The risque one. Yeah.
It's really
not as
funny.
wholesome as eHarmony.
No.
eHarmony is more like a serious people. Like you go there to get married, not for dating.
Yeah.
Tinder's for hookups, but then we were just like, you know what? I think we kind of like each other.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The one night stand that never ended.
Yeah.
You're good for each other. I can feel the vibe. Listen to your podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So, I got to ask you a question. Do Vietnamese people hate Americans? Be honest. You can tell me.
No, actually, they love Americans.
Really?
Yeah, if you go there, like the pop culture influenced us so much. Everybody actually want to go to America. Mm-hmm. And it's like the old people, But even the old people, like my family, we actually follow the Communist Party.
Okay.
Yes, right. So sometimes I feel like really isolated here because most of people here, they are like come here right after the war, 1975. So they have to hop on the boats, like have really hard life coming here. So I come in here like on the airplane and having wonderful life. So
right.
sometimes I feel like I don't relate it to them. Like,
wow.
Like I can't tell them my background because I feel like they're gonna hate me.
They're gonna judge me
for my background.
Right.
Wow.
But then my dad wrote a memoir of his life, and I remember like in person too, in a conversation, my dad and my grandpa was fighting about how my grandpa defends the Communist Party, and my dad is like younger generation. He do trade with America. He exports seafood to America, and he did a very well business. Yeah, back then. So they fought about it, and my grandfather later changed his mind. He kind of tell us that back then we kind of make a mistake. Like we think that American come to invade us, so we just try to protect our own country.
Yeah.
Right.
But they don't know that American come there just to fight the communists, away from the country.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Like when the friends come to my country, the patronists, my family side, they follow the communists to fight against the French. So we kick the French out and the American come in. So say, oh my God, we just kick one guy out, another guy come in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they follow that flows. And it's crazy. It's like, the DMZ, ever heard about it? 1954, like Americans start coming in. And so all the communist people go into the north. It's like Korea.
Interesting.
Right? And all the people that follow Americans stay in the South. So a lot of Southern people now, you hear they speak Northern dialects because of that.
Wow.
So there's separation even between Vietnamese people.
Yes.
So like you said, you have to kind of prove yourself because you didn't leave in the 70s, and there's,
Yes.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, and my dad's describe his life up there, live in the north. Like they go so poor, like you eat rotten food and you eat dog. So it's true, but they had nothing else to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Because our reference, my reference of Vietnam growing up was like Full Metal Jacket. and Deer Hunter and like all those movies, you know what I mean? And you don't get to see the beautiful side of Vietnam with the amazing food and the culture and just how like vibrant it is. But that's, you know, that's what we see as Americans, and we think like, oh shit, like it went down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just assume that Vietnamese people hated us, hated Americans, but
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I was kids, and my dad, because he was a businessman, so he traveled a lot. He went to Japan, he went to America, and then he bought stuff from America home for us. And then he has this little solar power radio that he gave it to me. And I love it. It's like, I listen to it every night. And I wish to the star that I would come to America one day.
Oh, wow.
I trying to shoot for the signal. Like, is somebody there in America can hear that I can hear?
Yeah.
So yeah, we have like BBC and
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but my English was so sucks back then. Like couldn't understand a thing.
And was the dream always comedy?
No, never.
Really?
Yeah, I was just with comedy. I knew Eddie Murphy back then. I knew Jim Carrey's.
With the
But
leather
this-
suit?
Yeah, just through movies.
Yeah.
And for comedy, I think the first time I listened to comedy was Dave Chappelle. So he was also one of like my most influencer.
Love it.
The
Yeah.
Chappelle Show?
The Chappelle Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the Chappelle Show, and
Chappelle
but he would just do some
Chappelle
sketch.
Show.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's first I knew about sketch. And then later on, I started to listen to the special, and then I listened to Louis C.K.'s, and then Ali Wong's. So I was like, this is interesting.
And how long ago was this? Like
About 6 years ago.
6 years. So that's when you really like got the comedy bug.
And then no, still not.
Still not.
And then I was pregnant with my third child.
Okay.
And so I have a little bit like baby blue, like
Yeah.
I feel like upset and
Oh, yeah.
for no reason. And so
Postpartum.
yeah,
Oh God.
I get it. I get it too.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
and then down the street, like 2 blocks away, there's the comedy club, the Meisner Park Company Clubs. They open and they teach classes. And my husband was like, "Why don't you go try it? Something new and feel better."
That.
So I went and took the class, and so lucky, Ben and Richie, they run that club. And now after got married, he moved to Fort Myers, and he left us there with nothing in Boca Raton now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
There's no club in Boca?
There's new one now. No, but it's just a comedy cafe called Sad Man Comedy Cafe. Yeah, it's new.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So the good thing is I'm still taking class with them.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they become friends, and it's more like a writing group more than a class.
Yeah.
After 5 years. Yeah.
Community.
Yes, and they help me with because like English is my second language, so I still need them to look at it and fix the grammar, help me.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, good for you, because I can't imagine, let alone learning, but then now performing in another language. I think it takes like the highest level, right, of like knowledge and understanding. And I just really respect that so much.
Thank you. I like to write. Like back in Vietnam, my dad pulled me out of a writing class, cause like they like the whole like 10th grade, for example, they have like 10 classes, and each class have 50 students. So there's one class specialized in writing, and another class is specialized in math for kids with good at math. So they put me into the class that's good at with writing. And my dad pulled me out and said, "You need to write. You should be good at math to do business, because like I have a business. You need to run my business later on."
Right.
But like I love writing, doing writing poem and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think because part of that is like my grandpa back then, he was like an editor for a magazine, not for like a publishing. And then my dad also like write articles. And then later I found out he also composed songs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he has like hundreds of songs
So
that
it's-
on the radio in Vietnam. And
That's
he
cool.
didn't tell me.
That's amazing.
What?
I don't know why he had to keep secret. And then
And
later,
what was he, a singer or
he just composed songs.
composer?
Yeah, a
Wow.
composer.
Wow,
yeah.
that's really
Incredible.
cool.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like I don't understand why. Like, is it too feminist?
Yeah, it's a secret. It's a
secret.
family, deep, dark family secret.
Like,
I used to make
probably-
music.
I know. How horrible, right?
Yeah, he probably don't want my grandfather to know that he writes songs.
Wow.
Maybe.
He didn't want him to follow in his footsteps, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't want him to do music.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
I'm just, who knows?
But back then it was like that, though. A lot of people were afraid to make like the arts your job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's hard to make money.
yeah, I just knew about it like in 2006, 2007
Wow.
when I was already in America. And then he's like, "Hey, Mai, I have ton of album. How can you make everybody in America know about my song?" So I learned about music publishing, and I put all of his song on Amazon, iTunes, all of that.
Yes.
So it's kind of also helped me learn how to do podcasts and stuff. So I had a podcast before, and I also put on all the major channels.
What was it called?
But then it was in Vietnamese, because back in Houston I have a little of TV background. I was a newscaster,
Yeah.
what do they call you know, that you sit in front of TV and you speak the news anchor.
You were like an anchor woman.
Anchor woman.
I love
that's
Ron
the word.
Burgundy, but
Yeah, they
Female
have
ver-
that funny movie, News
Yeah.
Anchors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's so funny that two guys fight with each other.
yeah.
Yes. We're always quoting that movie.
So you were an anchor in Vietnam.
No, in Houston.
in
it's-
Houston.
Yeah, in
Okay, sorry.
Houston. Yeah, and it's kind of true, that movie, because you kind of have to fight with the other people to sit in front of the TV. It's crazy. And now I look back, like we didn't need to have that drama, But like me and that girl, now we still like barely talk to each other.
Oh, there's drama. There's
Wow.
The
some.
drama.
There's some beef.
Some beef, like
Some-
she's the like one of the first one, and then I'm just somebody new coming, so it's
Oh,
hard.
Yeah, I know what that's like. I came into a band. I was like the new guy in the band. It sucked. It's hard,
I can
You're never
imagine.
gonna be one of them.
Yeah, that was tough.
It sucked. But
Yeah, so
fuck those guys. Yeah.
yeah, so that podcast no more, because I want to do something more for myself, because it was like just the news that I translate into Vietnamese, and then as a broadcaster, so people around the world can hear what's going on in Florida.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. I did this for like 6 months, and
Very cool.
yeah.
Would you ever do that again, or?
No, I don't have time for that. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. And now I prefer to do comedy.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes, it's
Well-
for fun, telling story the funny way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a very strong presence on stage. You can tell you really draw people in.
Thank you. Yeah, it takes time.
Yes. So all these things probably prepared you ultimately for comedy, right? Being in front of the camera and
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think so.
having to be on with the anchor, like arguing with the lady.
Yeah.
It is more like acting.
Acting,
in front
right.
of the camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find that stand-up's kind of like acting, or do you?
A lot.
Yeah.
Like acting.
Yeah.
Like if you feel down that day, but if you have a show, you still have like act like nothing happened. Like
Yeah. Got to put on a smile and
put
go
on
out
a
there.
smile.
and-
And it's good that my personal like a comedic voice is like an angry Asian woman. So it's actually help. Like,
So even
I'm
like-
not gonna go there and
Yeah.
be angry and
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah, even if you're in a bad mood, it
Yes.
works.
Oh, actually,
better.
It's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
That's genius.
So, can you teach me any like cool Vietnamese words that I might be able to use? Maybe curse words. Like, how do you say "fuck you" in Vietnamese? How do you say "fuck you" in Vietnam? Do they not even
Sure.
curse in Vietnam? Are they just like so
curse,
nice
but like
and?
the words like more like fuck your mom. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
I've
like
noticed that.
motherfucker, right?
I've
Even-
noticed other languages, that's normally how they say it. Yeah.
Oh, so it's the same?
No, but like
Yeah.
for some reason it's fuck your mother.
Oh, fuck
it's
your
like,
mom.
yeah.
How would I say that?
Đủ má.
Duma.
Yes.
Okay, cool. What else? What else?
You can say anh yêu em, I love you.
Aw.
That's nice.
N-U-M.
N-U-M?
Yeah.
Okay, give me some more dirty ones.
I don't know. I'm a clean comedian.
Yeah.
So
Like, I don't know. I don't curse. Like, I have kids. On that note, what's the pooping situation like in Vietnam?
pooping situation.
Yeah.
Pretty better. Gosh, I remember when I was a kid in elementary school, like they have the old style of toilets where like a hole in the middle and two pad on the side, and you sit and you poop into that hole.
Right. Is it like
It was
you have to squat?
Yeah, squats. It's horrible.
That's my knees. I don't know how they do it.
Be
That's-
tough for me.
Yeah. It's close to the ground.
Do they have like bars to help bigger people or anything like
Like
that?
lift
If
you
you're
back
not,
up?
yeah,
There no big people there. So
exactly. There you go. Yeah. Exactly.
What happens if you're taking like a long dump and you kind of are stuck in the squat position for a while? Do you get locked up? Like, can you, or do your legs
I'm
fall
not
asleep?
sure. We're pretty good at squatting. I think
You just-
because like every morning before school, they're gonna make you squat. Like you sit in a row at school and listen to the principal talk like an hour. And it's like, oh, your feet getting numb, but then you train for that.
Right.
So I remember like when I was at the Boca Raton Community Garden and I was like volunteering picking up weeds and I was doing squats for like hours, and then the guy was there like he laughed and then he came to me and said, by the way, I don't know how you did that.
Yeah.
I'm so agree.
We used to call this Indian style, the way we would sit. You remember, like in school, they'd make
Yeah.
us sit on the basketball court, and then they were like, "That's offensive. It's now crisscross applesauce." But your ass goes numb either way.
And your ankles and feet, right?
Yeah. So I don't know what's better, the crisscross applesauce or
the squat.
the squat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I think they're afraid of their butt's gonna get dirty because with the squats, your butt can be lift up from the floor.
Right.
Yeah.
Your ass
so-
never actually touches the
you
ground.
know, yes.
Smart.
It is smart.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the aerial dump thing we've been talking about.
Right. Your
The
ass
same
never
idea.
touches the toilet seat.
Yep.
And I don't know if it's kind of help with the giving birth because I have 4 kids and they come out easily.
That's amazing.
Did you use that position though?
No, actually not.
Yeah.
But like,
Some people do. I've heard. I don't know. they do it like they're all
They s-
kinds of ways
Just
now.
squat and just.
Yeah. They say it could be less painful.
Interesting.
Yeah.
but the midwife, she told me that you're gonna come back for a 5th one. I said no, I'm done. And they say, why you ask me? I say, well, I've seen Asians people. They come here, they have more kids than you, and they all very easy. I say, okay, wow, good to know.
Good for them. Yeah.
Is it true that one of your kids you had on the side of the road, like in your
Yes.
joke?
That's the 3rd one.
Wow.
No
Yes.
way.
Wow.
Yes, we would drive 80 miles an hour. Go back to Miami. Because we stay in Miami for the first year, moving to Florida in Coconut Grove.
Beautiful.
And I want to experience like a because there's like very famous show like Miami Maternity something on TLC.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
remember
That's
that
so
show?
funny. Yes, I do. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and
so-
you wanted to be.
I want. I say, oh, that's cool. Like they give birth
I love it.
in the water.
Yeah, yeah.
In like a bathtub? Or?
Yeah, like a blow up things.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh,
can
the-
come to your house with the blow up
Yep.
things, or you go to their center.
I love this.
So I said, oh, I want to try new experience. So I have like a monthly checkup there. But like the last month, I moved to Boca Raton. And so I said, okay, just 30 minutes away, you know, if it's contraction, we can still ride back.
Right.
But like in the joke, I did say like the baby want to come out sooner.
They choose.
Couldn't
Yeah.
wait. Yeah.
Couldn't wait.
Baby couldn't wait.
Yeah, because he probably overheard me planning the water bath, and he's like, I'm done with
So,
swimming.
yeah, I'll show you, Mom.
I'm coming out now.
No way.
That's funny.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, the whole set is about true story. I came there,
Cool.
and it's so lucky. Like I was sitting right in the front, and I thought like I would make a whole mess. But then like there's a towel there and everything's in that towel. It's so clean and everything. My husband said I came to clean the car and there's nothing for me to clean.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really wild. Is the baby really clean
Yes. I
still
mean,
today?
Yeah. No, now it's very dirty.
Yeah.
He into poo poo and
Yep.
so I said toilet is perfect for me. At
You know.
home, the 6 years old and the 3 years old, they talk about fart and poo poo all the time, and they think it's funny.
See, poop's funny. If kids think it's funny, then it's funny, right? Your inner child thinks it's funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Like yesterday, he just came to me and then he farted and he laughed, he ran away.
That's my kind of kid right there. I'd get along with this kid. That's
Love
funny. So do a lot of your jokes, do they come from your life?
Yes.
You don't really like to make things up or elaborate or
I do exaggerate them. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
turn it up a little bit.
yeah.
Turn it to
up.
11.
Turn it to 11.
Yeah.
Yes. Make it more funny.
Well, that's cool because I feel like it's very vulnerable to like actually talk about your real life and experiences, which I think some comedians they kind of stay away from that, you know, because it's a little scary to tell people how you actually are as a human being. It's easier to like put up a facade or a character and to act rather than to just be your authentic self. So I think it's cool that you like to draw from real life experiences like that.
Yeah, like now it's like it's like a lot of material, like probably 80-90% is based on true story. But like myself is like a introverted, so at home I'm very quiet, and in my family it's like everybody hot tempered, like, but like to me, like they always came to me for advice and stuff. And so by going on stage and blast as an angry Asian woman,
Yeah.
it's not really me, but it's also me because like a lot of time like I suck it in and now I get to blast it out.
Yes.
So, but then I have that Mrs. Saigon
Yeah, yeah.
character.
Yeah.
So I kind of blame that. Okay, that's just Miss Saigon who angry. Like the real me, I'm still very sweet.
Yeah. You're perfect. Yeah.
I actually can be both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think the audience feels when someone's more authentic and real, and then it's more funny because it's more relatable sometimes. It's just so, yeah, it hits home.
Definitely.
I hope so. Because sometimes I also feel my material are not very relatable. Because like I talk about my autistic kid. Like I was thinking like maybe it's too sensitive for a lot of people.
Right.
Like
Do you feel sometimes the room like gets quiet? When
yeah, it's like 50-50. Like 2
Right.
nights ago I have big laughs doing that 2 jokes. But then a lot of time, like they look at me like, I don't know if you should talk about your children.
Right. Am I allowed to laugh at this?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
But I know now it's so, like, the numbers are so high that ultimately most people now have someone in their family or know someone in their life with autism. So maybe as time goes on, it'll just show people like, look, we all love these people. We can all laugh and have a good time, you know?
I think the most important thing to do is to be able to make light and jokes of things like that. The hard things in life that most people are like, we can't talk about this. Comedy is a way that we can talk about it and kind of bridge that gap.
Right.
And maybe those people that were uncomfortable now they aren't so much anymore. You know what I mean?
Right,
I think
because
it's
I
important.
just share my experience. It's
Yeah.
hard, you know,
Yes.
to take care of the kids, especially when, you know, have special needs.
Yes.
And I also blast a lot about my mom because I don't feel like I have enough support from them. And I have 4 kids. 2 of them have, you know, I have a daughter. She also have bipolar. So it's a lot. And now the third one, he might have ADHD.
One of every kind.
So the last one's like, I say, oh, that's save the best for last. He's like the sweetest one right now.
Yeah.
So I blast about, hey, I'm all by myself. I do all of this. So I just want to share my story. And maybe by doing that, I encourage other women, you know, like just go on with your life. Like,
And laugh about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you find the time between all that to do comedy? I mean, you must be a busy lady.
Yeah.
I am very busy. I think the trick is not to be too clean.
That's a good advice.
Yes. Because otherwise I'm going to go nuts. You know, the kids are going to make mess all the time, and I don't have time to clean up the toy, like pick it up. If they can't pick it up themselves, I'm just going to step on it.
Exactly.
And also, like, I learned, like, I always have a phone next to me. So if I think of any jokes, like, you know, I clean the house, but like in my ears, I always have podcasts. I love podcasts, you know, because it's make cleaning and do chore much more, you know, enjoyable.
Yeah.
So when I listen, I say, oh, that's good. And then suddenly something funny pop out. Like I would comment on it, and I get out the notes and I type in the jokes. And later I work with my class, my comedy class, to add more punches in it. Yeah, so that's how I write jokes.
Perfect.
Very cool. We've had a lot of great little moments and things come from podcasts. I haven't done stand up yet, but I have been writing some jokes, and a lot of great little moments come from just
I know, right?
Life.
chit chatting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and if you don't write it down, it's gonna go away.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's so true. You gotta write it down immediately. Or
Immediately.
else it's gone.
exactly.
It's like a fart in the wind.
Yeah, actually, I just found out that you also do impressionist.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Thank you.
I love the Trump one. Your voice is really
Thank you very
really,
much.
yeah, on
I appreciate
point.
it. It's the best. It's the best. Thank you. I just in the last couple weeks I tried to do Trump, so it's still, you know, it's in the early stages of Trump, but I'm trying to get there.
It's fun. It's really funny.
Impressions are tough. You got to work your way up with, you know what I mean?
Oh, it must be very tough. I can see, because it's like you have to learn pronounce a word differently. And to me, from being Vietnamese trying to speak English, and ton of people still say like my English sucks because of my accent. And
That's not very nice.
I know. No, but actually they are my friends, so
Okay, so
they
it's
just been
okay.
mean on purpose.
Okay, so it's all right.
Great.
Yeah. I have a new joke. Like my friend asked me, "How come your English still sucks?" They've been my friends.
Oh,
but
man.
like just to speak English change my accent into more English people, and you have
Right.
to do different character, more works for you.
Yeah. Some of them are easy. You just try it and you're like, okay, that's kind
Really?
of close. And then the other ones are like, nah, I can't do it. So it's just a matter of just figuring out which ones kind of match your voice, you know?
Yeah.
But thank you. That's very nice of you to say, because I'm kind of somewhat embarrassed. I don't really share the impressions that much.
I see. You have 66 followers. So
Yeah.
this is funny. More people should follow you.
Well,
It's
thank you.
true.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, hey, if you're watching, check it out. Caleb Solomon Comedy on Instagram.
That's right.
Watch my shitty impressions. She was the one that inspired me to do it.
She's a
during
cool girl.
during COVID,
She's the one.
I was messing around with some impressions. She's like, you know what, you're pretty good. You need to get that out. Show
Yes.
people your impressions. I was like, I don't know if I'm good enough and if I want to put myself out there for people to get online and say, like, you suck and go die, 'cause which has already happened pretty much. But
Oh.
yeah,
Really?
well, not go die, but like, just this is the worst impression I've ever seen, all that kind of stuff. But then at the same time, I'm like, hey, it's attention. You know what I mean? It's boosting the algorithm. Or
They're
whatever.
jealous. I
Yeah,
think they're always
exactly,
jealous.
Exactly.
I mean,
just like
just
you go fucking do it.
Reply
If it's so
them.
easy.
Just put like 3 laughing face on it, or like a face with a teardrop in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
like a
do
little-
that all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
Just
'em.
don't take it.
Yeah, I think getting older is better because I start not care about those comments.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really-
somebody just like comments like "women are not funny," and I reply, I say, "Hey, I'm lady boy. Remember, I'm not woman."
That's good.
That's genius. See?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good for you.
That's how you shut it down.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was too sensitive, but you know what? I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
What am I going to not do it just because of
How old are you? May I ask?
33? I forgot for a second.
I'm 31. I mean, that took me a second too. I know. I live in the past and the future so much that I never know what's happening right now.
I was born in 90, so it's easy for me to remember because I just,
So you still like Gen Z? No, Gen X. No.
No, I'm technically a
Millennial? Okay.
millennial, yeah.
So we're all the same.
We are. Yeah. We
Hell
are.
yeah.
Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
like that.
Millennials unite.
We were the last generation that knew a lot of this world without the internet and all of this
Yeah,
social media
right.
stuff. And, it's
Probably
really
one of the most hated generations of all time.
true.
So,
Unite. It's fun.
so Joe Biden, like just yesterday, passed his physical. Do you think he's fit, or Donald Trump are fit to be the president?
Anybody's have good health should be president. Didn't want them die in the middle of the term.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fingers crossed. We
I
hope.
mean,
Yeah.
through Joey B's entire last term, I was pretty concerned. He kept falling down the stairs, and not that Trump's in good health either, but like I was just
Oh.
kind of holding my breath,
It's hard too when everybody's like getting sick now and it's just like everyone, it's happening too much. It's interesting. We'll see.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think, well, you know, at the ladies' like nail salon, when they're getting the nails done and the ladies are speaking Vietnamese to each other, are they talking shit?
No.
No? I was sure.
No. Because, when you hear people speak a different language and you have the feeling that they may talking about you, but they don't.
I mean, I've never been. I just,
Yeah, because like...
Yeah, where are you
no,
getting
you know
this
what?
from?
They probably talk shit about their children because that's what my mom do.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yes.
I believe that 100%. That's what all moms do. I think.
Shit
Yeah.
about Ed Sheeran. What is she?
Yes.
She doesn't like Ed Sheeran?
No, she talks shit about her children.
Yeah.
Her I thought
Yes.
you said Ed Sheeran. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yes.
I have Ed Sheeran on the brain.
I know.
Yeah, yes, that maybe not just Asian mom, maybe any mom.
Any mom,
Any
yep.
mom.
Right.
Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm sure all my business, everybody know like how I live so dirty. Everybody know like, oh, her children like this, don't take shower for a couple of days. Everybody knows.
Right.
Yeah, and
So true.
I think it must be true because I see some nail lady from her nail salon follow me on Instagram. Like how they even know me.
Exactly.
Like she, yes, she
Talking
must
shit.
talk about me so much that
Yeah.
they have to find out who is this daughter.
Right.
Yep.
She's helping. She's like your hype man. She's like giving you plugs.
Oh,
you
man.
know? Come on,
That's
Mom. Like you got to step
funny.
it up.
That's so true.
You got to step it up. All the ladies you see at the gym and shit. You got to tell them about Turd Talks, Mom. Come on.
Yeah. Why aren't we being bragged about?
Come on, Mom. So you mentioned that you had loved Jim Carrey and Eddie Murphy as a kid. Who were some of your other, not as a kid, but when you were getting into comedy, who were some of your other favorite comedians as you were sort of learning comedy and getting more interested in comedy? Do you have some that are like your tops?
Yeah, like Louis C.K.,
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle, that too, Ali Wong. Cause I don't watch much comedy because like I don't want them to influence me too much, and I start speaking like them.
Right.
But like for good one like Ali Wong, I have to see every single one she has, and then I was like, she's so good. Like every 5 seconds you have a laugh now, not just 10.
Yeah, she's great. She's like rapid
Fast.
firing on those jokes.
Cause at the reason that I think like I'm advanced like quick, like I'm just new into the game. Like I was like starting comedy 2018. But then I really focus on structure. Like my comedy classes, they really harsh on structure. Like they have these rules that I cannot break, and so it's helped me.
How to set up the joke with the punchline.
Yeah, and then you cannot have question. You have to change all the question into statements. Yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah, because like when you ask questions, like you give the audience opportunity to heckle you. Like,
Have you ever had to deal with some heckler situations?
No,
You ever had-
actually not.
You're so nice. Nobody wants to heckle you.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's good. I think I would be scared. I don't know what I would do with that
To
situation.
be heckled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you
Ignore them.
yeah, ignore them, or like
Yeah.
you said, you know how to shut it down. Just like be like,
No, that's just on Instagram. But
just
no,
Instagram.
But that's
I
why
thought
I'm
you-
taking improv class right now online.
Yeah.
Is to deal with that situation, not actually to deal with heckler, because I actually don't have hecklers yet, but more like to do crowd work. Yeah.
Have you been like waiting for the heckler? Like, come on, somebody heckle me
Actually,
already for
I
fuck's
do.
sake.
Okay, please, somebody heckle me now.
I'm ready.
Because
Yeah.
I take all this improv class ready for this.
Right. Oh my
At
gosh.
your next show, I'm gonna come in like with a disguise. I'm like, lady, you suck.
Oh God.
And then you can shut it down. Yeah, and then you shut me down hard, and then you go viral.
You should leave crying or something.
Yeah.
Give her a really good. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll make it good. We'll make it real. One thing that I've really enjoyed doing is watching all my favorite comedians and picking apart which jokes like really hit for me and why I thought it was a funny joke. You know, where you really start to dissect the joke. You get to like why that punchline works, and when they bring a joke back around, it's like, wow, that's like really, you can tell a lot of work and thought is put into each little thing. And I think that gets lost on a lot of people in stand-up, is like how much work goes into every word so that the joke hits and the timing hits, you know?
Yes,
So,
timing.
yeah, I can tell you put in a lot of work. So,
Timing. I think like when I was kids, I play a little bit instrument, so it does help with the timing.
True.
Yes.
yeah, jokes have like a cadence. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
bang. And then,
Yeah. Comedians have to be very smart,
yeah,
very intelligent.
it's true.
And I think that's something that goes kind of under the radar.
Yep. So what's your next big plan for comedy? What's the next step for what's like the dream? Like, this is what the next milestone that I'm like, I would love to do a show here, or maybe open for this person.
Like to me, like to be successful in comedy is more like to get more people hear your jokes and laughed. Cause it's not about like earning the money, cause there's actually nothing there.
Right.
Yes.
I think most comedians
Yeah.
go into it knowing like I'm not gonna make any fucking
Yes.
money.
Yeah.
So
And like growing up, I think a lot about death, and why we been here on Earth. So I always were like, what is my legacy?
Yes.
You know, and I was like, I'm nobody. Like, what can I do to help this world? Now suddenly I do comedy. I say this is a perfect way. I just make people laugh, and that's it. And
what a great way to impact the world,
Yes.
leave your mark on the world, just make people laugh.
And like with Louis C.K., you know, he's produced his own show. He have like 10 specials, and I like to do it that way. I'm more like, maybe I'm gonna self-produce my special, but to me more like I write joke to tell my story. Maybe instead of my dad writing a memoir,
Right.
I write my life, but like in a funny way. And then I would have chapter, like, so each special would be different story. It's part of my life, and just put it out there for people.
Right.
Yeah, it's like if it hits, it hits. You know, it's like right now I'm just sharing my jokes. Like before, I like, if I share now, people are gonna know it. Who gonna go see my shows anymore? But it's like I just put it out there now, because I have way more jokes than that.
Good. Yep.
You know, and I can put an hour of material out, chop it up into 30 seconds, 1 minute, and post like a whole special out there.
Yeah.
And more people is just gonna know about me. I don't have to worry if they gonna know it, because I have, like, my life is like a movie. I already have so much materials. They can steal it. I have more, you know.
Yeah,
so
go ahead, steal it. I
go-
got jokes.
Because you're not gonna give bird under the street. Like, you don't have that story.
That's right,
You can
yeah.
steal that.
Your
Right.
life is so
Yeah.
interesting, and you've lived so many great chapters already. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
very unique.
Yeah.
Very cool perspective.
And I'm just I think it's the perfect time to bring people comedy. And I think more than ever, we need to laugh, and people feel that pain, you know? And so I think it's
Yes.
beautiful. I think that's so great. A wonderful legacy for sure.
Yeah, and also I'm working on creating a nonprofit.
Wow.
Yes. So I'm still working on like getting a tax exempt on it. So basically, at UC we don't have enough women in comedy.
Yes.
a problem.
And we don't, because women, now that I'm in that shoes, I can see why. I'm so busy. If my husband is not a work-at-home person and willing to just travel anywhere, like normal people work 9 to 5, how they gonna do comedy,
Right.
right? And then also, I'm lucky to like start strong with a good comedy teachers. You know, so but normal people, they don't know how to structure jokes.
Right.
Yeah, they're gonna take way longer for them,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be discouraged. Like you go on there and you get bombed, and like you had kids at home, like why am I doing this? Going here and people heckle me, and then no pay in this. Like why would I want to do this?
Right. Discouraging.
Yes,
Very
so
discouraging, I bet.
my profit would be getting money for donations for scholarships, just to pay for classes, so the woman can take more comedy class. And just a starting, who know if they're gonna be comedian, at least they know the basics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they can just do on the side as hobby, but like more people gonna be happier.
Yes.
Yeah, they can share like shitty story being a mom to
Yeah.
to the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I think that is such a beautiful idea.
We try to have as many female comics on the show as we can because we want to bring more awareness to females in comedy and show people that the stereotypes about women are just not true. about women not being funny or women can't do jokes or whatever. And I think that stereotype is changing, and I'm seeing more and more of female comedians becoming like really big stars.
Yes.
You know, like an Ali Wong, and
Yeah.
you know,
yeah.
you're seeing people where before females, like there was only one or two. It was like Amy Schumer and you know,
Wanda Sykes, I think.
yeah, it was
set
a couple,
the
but
page
now
around.
there's like, it's getting better, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So that's
Yeah.
it's
Talk
getting better.
about Ali Wong. I was like, my husband was like, oh my God, like we follow her life, right? She has a very supportive husband too. Like they together for 10 years. And when they get divorced, my husband like, oh my God, are you gonna divorce me and be like her and be on the road all the time?
No.
And I was like, I don't know what happened to them. This is worrisome. Because he's like also on the road with her and really supportive. Then what happened? It must not be because she's spent too much time, you know, doing comedy. No, not just comedy. Like she also an actor.
Yeah.
She have that beef. Like
Yeah, it was a good show.
she
She's
won
done-
an Emmy.
Great
Yeah,
show.
she's done movies. She's done
So
everything.
that's-
We
must-
loved beef.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must suck a lot of time out of her. And,
Yeah.
and that her marriage probably suffer from that. I don't know. I was like, God, maybe I'm just focused on comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Sometimes you see those
Interesting.
like Hollywood couples get like those Vanderpump couple just broke up. You told me.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking-
The Scandival couple? Yeah.
No, the other one.
Oh, Jackson, Brittany,
Yeah,
or
I was
whatever.
like,
Yeah.
man, if they can't make it, nobody will. You know what
so-
I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they got all the money.
Well,
and they
that's
got-
true,
they got,
right? They
you
have
know,
everything
they're
possible.
famous, and it's like, man, that's discouraging
Yeah.
for the rest of us peons.
I know.
Yeah, I think I just have to find that balance, you know, because
Yeah.
you know, that's why we actually go to couple therapy because of this. You know, like in the beginning, my husband was like, comedy have no money, you know, like why you into it? And I was like, I'm a bored stay-at-home mom. Hello, I need some
Yes.
escape. And then
Yes.
the therapist actually is a woman, so she can see my perspective. So she side with me. It's like, yeah, you should let her do comedy, you know?
I like,
Yeah, like, but like, at least 2 times a week. So like, shit, I have only 2 times a week.
Yeah.
So I was like, so if you're lucky, you can book me for that 2 times a week. That's it. I'm out. I don't have 3 times a week.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And but he's better now. I mean, you know, we have to fight a lot, and he starts seeing like, hey, you cannot find another Asian that would willing to go travel with you this much. So you better appreciate me.
Yeah. Damn right.
Because every single time we go, it's like 3 months long.
Oh,
Wow.
that's like really traveling.
It's really
Like-
traveling.
Like you're on the road.
on the road.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw. I mean, you're all over Florida alone. I saw so many different locations. You've gone to so many different places. I know it's a grind. It's a constant work.
How do your kids feel about mom being a comedian? Are they like, that's so cool?
They love listen to my jokes, and they repeat it when every time I practice, and then they memorize them. It's funny.
That's so funny.
Kids do that. That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
true.
Yeah, and they finish the jokes for me.
Yeah.
So maybe one of them will follow in your footsteps and
Oh, yeah.
become a little comedian.
I don't know. My husband is like, you. We don't know. My husband has his own business too, so it's like just like my dad's like, oh, you're gonna help me, but then I end up like he sold the business, and I'm not doing anything. And he's the thing is we travel so much. I'm worried like he get that lifestyle, you know, like the YouTuber that you see on YouTube, like the seller and the overlander.
Yes.
That's what we're doing, and he might end up like not going college, and that's why I'm worrying. Yeah. Like I have a joke about like my husband is what they say it's, you know, when you're 50 and you start having that
Midlife crisis.
midlife crisis. So do all of this thing, and then the kids have nothing else to live for. That's why I have to joke.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why you gotta
Literally.
make jokes and get it out that way.
Yeah, but I told him like, well, we don't know. Maybe when he's 15, it's like I'm sick of it. I'm going to regular school because right now they homeschool. I teaching them.
Wow,
Yes, yeah, a lot on my plate.
that's a lot.
Yes.
I have to learn Spanish now just to teach them Spanish.
Oh my God. You can do
That's
everything.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
But the only motivation is my husband. Like we planning to go around South America on the RV. So we need to learn Spanish so we can order food, and we're stuck in the middle of the road. Where's the gasoline station?
Does your husband speak any Spanish?
A little bit,
Little?
you know, because he went to regular high school, 4 years of high school.
She's got the
Spanish.
basic.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
good.
But to me, it's like sucks.
Yeah,
Yeah, Spanish sucks.
yeah. I'll just end up miming everything, like, you know.
Act it out. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it.
you.
If
Thank
you're in Southwest Florida and you get a chance to check out Mai LG, go do it because she is hilarious.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
Thank you. We really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I finally have
You are
some
awesome.
wise friends.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.